The best Pokemon in the game are finally coming back to raids, dude. I'm so excited about this. I'm also currently in Shanghai, China, as you can see right here, which is cool. So fortunately, I was able to get this video uploaded to YouTube while in Shanghai, which is great. So let's get into this because this is very important and I'm really excited about it. And fortunately, it's happening once I'm back from China because it's hard to play Pokemon Go here. And I will have a video on that on the channel soon. Stay tuned. For now, though, let's talk about some recent Pokemon Go updates. If you didn't see, a new event called the Cozy Companions is coming to Pokemon Go, and it's bringing a brand new Pokemon, Snom. Everybody loves Snom, right, Sid? Do you love Snom? Yeah, so you said love Snom, so everybody loves Snom. This event is happening Wednesday, August 6th at 10 a.m. to Tuesday, August 12th at 8 p.m. local time. Obviously, Snom coming to Pokemon Go, along with its evolution, Frosmoth. And to evolve Snom, this is a 400 candy evolution, so, do your best at getting as many as you can. Use pineapple berries and you can get your Frosmoth. Now, the event bonuses for this event are pretty solid. We've got 2 times XP from hatching eggs, 1 extra special trade per day, which I like because I'm currently working on a video. I'll give a sneak peek where I trade Pokemon every day until I get a Shundo. So that's going to help me a lot there. Also, for the first time ever, Shiny Tandemao is coming to Pokemon Go, which will bring one of the rarest shinies in the entire game because, if you didn't know, Tandemao has 2 different forms that you can evolve to, but it's completely random. And the more rare form is like, I forget the odds of it, but they're extremely, it's like impossible. I've never gotten it before. So if you get a shiny Tandemao and evolve it and somehow get lucky enough to get a shiny Tandemao in the more rare form, that is a obscenely rare shiny. And the cool thing is that it's not rare because it's a costume or because it, only comes out once a year. It's rare simply because it has an evolution mechanic that makes it impossible. So this is cool. And by the way, to get Tandemao, you'll have an increased chance of encountering it while in party play, which is great to see Pokemon Go incentivizing a feature like that. Love it. So go out with your friends, get in a party, and look for Tandemao, because if you get the shiny and you evolve it to the more rare form, like, you got a gem on your hands. Also, friendship levels are going to increase faster than normal through this event, through opening gifts, trading Pokemon, battling together, kind of doing all of that. So if you're trying to get people to best friends on your friends list, this is a great event to do that. Reminder, the friends list is the best free-to-play way to gain XP in Pokemon Go. So use it. In the wild, we will have Abra, Geodude, Carablast, Shelmet, and Phantump, and a Alolan Geodude. So some cool spawns there. Phantump definitely the coolest in my opinion. And the eggs, the 7-kilometer eggs, will have special hatches. We're going to have Galarian Farfetch'd, Pancham, Snom, and Charcadet in the 7-kilometer eggs. And after the event is over, Snom will go to the 5-kilometer eggs. Yes, the Snom is an egg release. Man, I'm going to make a video about this coming soon, talking about how Pokemon Go is slowly but surely adapting to a pay-to-win model, which is why today's video is sponsored.
Real quick, let me tell you a secret. I am currently in therapy. And today's video is sponsored by BetterHelp, which I personally am excited to talk about for that reason. And that's because lately I've just been thinking a lot about my own mental health. And if you've followed me or this channel for quite a while, you'll know that I have talked about mental health and my mental health and the importance of it quite a lot over the years. And nowadays, I think it's especially important because we're living in a mental world now. Let me explain what that means. Today, a lot of our lives aren't physical, it's mental. Our social life is like really online these days through social media. It's like a mental universe that we're living in. Even a lot of our work is now mental rather than physical. There's some crazy studies that basically show over the last 10 years there have been some huge shifts in duties and work duties for people, from physical tasks to mental tasks. It's a mental world we're living in now. And that's why right now your mental health is just more important than it ever has been. And what I've noticed is that very happy, successful, very fulfilled people are people who prioritize and work on their mental health, which is what I'm trying to do, which is why I go to therapy. I use it like a tool in my tool belt to improve and strengthen my mind. So for you, if therapy is something that you've been thinking about, maybe putting off, maybe considering, BetterHelp, today's sponsor, is fantastic to look into and a great way to start because they make it super easy. You just answer a few questions and they match you with a licensed therapist in a couple of days. And if it's not a great fit, no worries, you can switch therapists at any point. And in these calls, the therapist will listen, ask questions, and help you see things in kind of a new perspective, which can be extremely helpful. That aspect specifically has helped me a lot because it's really hard to figure out the complexities of life all by yourself with your own one singular perspective. perspective. It's really helpful to have another person to bounce ideas, thoughts, and feelings off of. Now, I'm not saying therapy is going to solve all your problems overnight, but for me personally, it's helped me think clearer, work through problems both in my personal and business life, and overall just become a more successful and happy person. So if that's something that you're looking for, check the link in the description below or go to betterhelp.com/mystic for 10% off your first month of therapy. Savings. Good for the mental health. And thank you again to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video and bringing the barrier of entry to therapy lower. We love that.
So Pokemon Go going more pay to win because obviously Scopely paid billions of dollars to buy the game, so they're trying to recoup their money, so they're implementing a lot of paywall stuff. So this is probably going to be kind of like the norm in Pokemon Go going forward, where we've got a new Pokemon that people are excited about. It is very cool. It's only in the eggs. Luckily though, it's in 7-kilometer eggs, and we all have free incubators, right? So you can still get it for free. It just won't be super easy, but hopefully there will be field research tasks, and hopefully, because usually this is how this works, you'll be able to get the new Pokemon Snom from the field research. So fingers crossed there. And there's going to be a timed research that gives you a lucky egg, encounters with event-themed Pokemon, including Snom and Tandemao. And the timed research is free, so you can get Snom into the Pokedex without having to pay for it. But obviously, evolving Snom is going to be difficult because you need 400 candies, and you got to get that through eggs. So there'll be a $2 paid research ticket that gives you a lucky egg, a star piece, encounters, more encounters with event-themed Pokemon too. Okay, so that's that event. Exciting stuff. Not nearly as exciting as what we're about to announce next. Origin Form Dialga and Origin Form Palkia are finally coming back to Pokemon Go, and the reason why this is so significant, if you didn't know, obviously, Origin Form Palkia and Dialga are very, very meta-relevant, and I actually think both Origin Form and regular Palkia and Dialga, all four of them are all meta-relevant in Pokemon Go, whether it be in raids or in the PvP. They're really, really useful Pokemon. During this event, you can get the special moves that give you the adventure effects. So I'll explain that in a second. For starters, Origin Form Dialga and Palkia are coming back for a raid day, an Ultra Unlock raid day, which is very cool. This is post Go Fest festivities on Sunday, August 10th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So we've got a 6-hour raid day on Sunday, August 10th. That's going to be so big. With Origin Form Palkia and Dialga, they're going to be appearing in raids more frequently. I'm assuming every 30 minutes, every single gym is going to have a raid, and every 30 minutes it's going to reset to a new raid, probably. That's usually how it goes. Obviously, they can be shiny, so this is a great Shundo hunt. And Origin Form Dialga encountered in raids may know the charge attack Roar of Time, and Origin Form Palkia encountered in raids may know the charge attack Spatial Rend. I will preface this where it does say may know, which means there is a chance that you get it without the special move, which is kind of annoying. But these are two of the most useful adventure effects in the entire game, bar none. Roar of Time, which is on Origin Form Dialga, basically allows you to pause the timer on your premium items. So this is most useful for daily incense. So if you're somebody who wants a Galarian bird, or you want the shiny Galarian bird, you can pause the timer on your daily incense. So instead of having a 30-minute daily incense, you can have a 3-hour-long daily incense, and that also includes your lucky egg and your star piece. So if there's a community day event that is 3 times catch Stardust, you can drop a star piece, use Roar of Time, and then have that star piece extend throughout the entire event without having to use more star pieces, which is great. So Roar of Time, super important for grinding things, again, like XP Stardust, and then looking for the Galarian birds. And I think the most useful adventure effect in the entire game is Spatial Rend. That is Palkia. So Origin Form Palkia has Spatial Rend. If you don't know what Spatial Rend does, it allows you to double the distance on the Pokemon spawn radius around you. Basically allows you to see 2 times as many Pokemon, or see Pokemon twice as far, which is super important for community days, for Go Fest events, for Safari Zone, for whatever special event. Typically, because a lot of these events like Go Fest are paid, so you're paying to play the game. And you might as well get the maximum amount of value from the money that you're spending, which is what Spatial Rend helps you do. Every time you use Spatial Rend, it costs 5,000 Stardust, 5 Palkia candy, and you can use it for 10 minutes. So if you want to use it for an hour, right, that's what, 35 Palkia candy, 30 Palkia candy. It adds up fast. So basically, the more important part about this entire event weekend is doing enough raids of Dialga, and Palkia, so that you have enough candy stockpiled so that you can use Spatial Rend and you can use Roar of Time throughout the year without having to get more candy. Because we don't know when these legendaries are coming back. We have no idea. They typically come around like once or twice a year. So like, this is kind of like your chance to stock up on Palkia and Dialga candy before they're gone for like who knows how long. Also important are the event bonuses. The remote raid pass limit will be 20 per day from Saturday, August 9th to Sunday, August 10th. August 9th at 2 p.m. to Sunday, August 10th at 8 p.m. So unfortunately, we don't have unlimited remote raid passes, which is kind of sucks. You can get the 5 additional free raid passes from spinning gyms. Here's a big one. Increased chance of encountering Shiny Dialga and Palkia in their origin form from raids. That's going to be a 1 in 10 shiny chance for 6 hours. That's crazy. You'll also get 1.5 times XP from raid battles. So if you're going to raid a lot, this is a great day to drop a lucky egg and maybe use Roar of Time. And then you get increased chance of getting Rare Candy XL from in-person raid battles, which are very, very important candies. So this is super, super big. I wish the remote raid pass limit was unlimited, because that would make it a lot easier for me to just stream the entire day. But that is super duper cool. There's also a $5 ticket you can buy for this event that gives you 8 extra raid passes from spinning gyms in person. So 14 free passes, 1 Rare Candy XL awarded for catching Dialga or Palkia in each raid, 3 times XP from raid battles, and 2 times Stardust from raid battles, which is crazy. So I will probably be buying that, to be honest with you, because that's just the XP gain is ridiculous. 3 times XP with a lucky egg is like broken. So do not miss this raid weekend. It is very, very important. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which might be a video from Shanghai.